YouTube, what's good? Welcome to Chiefs Fan Center. Please like and subscribe. We've got another match on Sunday, and this time we play away at KZN at the Kings Olutini Stadium. We face Richards Bay on Sunday away. This is the match preview with Chiefs Fan Center. Let's get those 3 points and let's dive into the video. Obviously, the predicted 11 guy for Kaizer Chiefs. Starting off with the goalkeeper, I'm going for Bruce Bvuma. Obviously, that save was the highlight of his day yesterday. Very good save yesterday. And I've got nothing much to say, man. He still maintains his spot. But my only concern is the backup goalkeepers now. It has been a while now since they've started the game. Obviously, you can see maybe Pirates and Sundowns maybe forcefully starting their reserve goalkeepers here and there. Yeah, well, as the league might be reps, but you can still qualify for a CAF spot. So I wouldn't mind Ndwari and Peterson not starting another game this season, but it's a talking point that we should maybe look at. Yeah, well, Ndwari, maybe it's time to forgive and forget. Yeah, well, same applies for Peterson. Yeah, maybe a game here and there. Yeah, well, and Richards might be a perfect game to start on these goalkeepers. But let's move on to left back, man. We've got Edmund Soldove. Yeah, well, a fighter. This is a fighter, guys. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble, young man, rumble. Yeah, well, my man of the match yesterday, deservedly got man of the match against his former club also. Yeah, well, these players who come back from injuries or like who have been like out for a long time, when they come back into the team, especially under Coach Nabi, they are here to stay. Yeah, Msimango taking his chance with both hands. Tove, Nteto at some point when he came back, Pugile Modi, these guys are fighting for the spots. Yeah, but I don't know if Nabi is cooking something. Yeah, but the football has definitely been better and players have improved. Yeah, but Tove wouldn't be a guy who I thought would be a huge part of our squad this season. Same applies for the Klogwe, same applies for Msimango, same applies for Pule Modi. Yeah, well, so Nabi has gotten the best out of these players. Tove maintains his spot against Richards Bay. Yeah, well, at the centre back spot, the first centre back I'm going to pick is Naso Miguel. Yeah, well, nothing much to say, man. Obviously, now I think he's settled now. He's settled, yeah, well, we know what he is. Yeah, well, and we know what he's not. Yeah, well, Naso Miguel, obviously, the red cards and yellow cards have decreased. Yeah, well, I think he's settling in very nicely into South African football. Yeah, well, and a player that should qualify for CAF, Confed, or Champions League, then he's a player that will be handy with his experience. Yeah, well, and then next to him, it's Naso Miguel. I mean, Dudley. Yeah, I'm not Dudley, yo, Msimango. Yeah, but Dudley's out for the whole season, guys. I'm very disappointed. It means we're going to be facing Sundowns with Msimango, but let's hope he maintains his form. Yeah, but obviously with Msimango, maybe like when like he played, when he played like those 2 or 3 games, it was Richards Bay, I remember, and was Mamkeys, those 2 consecutive games at the season. It was his combination with Dudley. He was playing with Dudley, yeah, but so maybe. And remember, at Mamkeys, he made a mistake, him and Dudley. Yeah, but maybe the combination of Dudley and Msimango wasn't the best because both these guys are number 5s. Yeah, but one said maybe Dudley and Miguel wasn't good because the individual players are good, but maybe the combination wasn't good. Yeah, but so Msimango maybe making that mistake against Mamkeys or playing bad against Mamkeys was because of the combination thing. Yeah, but because Dudley and Msimango are both number 5s. Yeah, but the sweepers, and then Miguel is the number 4, the rough guy who goes into the tackles. Yeah, but so maybe Msimango suits Miguel. Yeah, but Msimango doesn't play well with Dudley because they both play a similar role. Yeah, or they used to be playing a similar role. Yeah, but and then obviously I think people are saying he's Van Dijk. Would I go that far? Nah. I was looking at halftime on Facebook. People are all like, Msimango's our Van Dijk. Of course, he's playing well, but let's not go that far. Yeah, but when I call Dudley Varane and I call Miguel Ramos, I'm an unrealistic fan. Yeah, but so let's just chill out, Chiefs fans. And then the 4 and 5 still does exist. The 4 and 5 still does exist, guys. I was watching Liverpool and PSG. Konate was on the striker and the false 9, and he was the 4, and then Van Dijk was the number 5, the sweeper basically. The 4 and 5 still does exist. If you don't know 4 and 5, yeah, Dala Polokas. And then right back is Fosler, man. Obviously, I think he was given a rest for Cape Town City. Solomons obviously had a very good game, Mr. Charles. But obviously, when I think of Solomons, the first thing I think is athlete. Athlete, like, doesn't think twice. Like, when I say direct, I always, like, the one word I think about Solomons, it's direct. He's so, like, he doesn't think twice, takes on the man. Like, he's a predictable player, but I like that he always makes something happen. Yeah, well, that's not like what Solomons, what Fosler returns. I think at some point, Solomons will be competing pound for pound with for the right back spot. Yeah, well, it's gonna be. I think we're facing Sundowns on the 12th or 13th next month. Yeah, well, so this month is a time for players to fight for the spot. Yeah, well, and then the CDM. I'm going for Thabo Cele, man. I've got the Google ratings now, even though the ratings are made by fans, so not realistic. Mokotjo 3.5, Serero 3.5 also, Makaringe 3.5, Cele 4.4. Yeah, well, so Cele dominated the midfield of Makaringe, and most importantly, Serero and Mokotjo. I know these guys are old, but he dominated a midfield where there's two South African football legends, yeah, well, and he stood out. He was the best player by a whole mile. Yeah, well, Thabo Cele is our best signing. For me, I'd put him above Lelepo, yeah, because he's so, and we're also like over reliant on Thabo Cele, yeah, well, as a CDM, we're so over reliant because he's so good on the ball. He can do everything, yeah, well, he's a good all rounder, yeah, well. So Thabo Cele maintains his spot. I saw Big Zulu with Ox Mthethwa, so I don't think he's gonna come back anytime soon, yeah, well. Thabo Cele is him, guys. He's even on the thumbnail of the title of the video, the photo. And you know, it's only good players that I put up there. Yeah, well, next to Cele is Kosiphile Ngcobo. Obviously, for me, when Matlao came on and Ngcobo came off yesterday, obviously I was disappointed in Matlao. Yeah, well, maybe Matlao is a player that like on the eye, yeah, well, like maybe Wankaza, like on the eye, but maybe like as a starter. Yeah, but I think Matlao just adds classy flavor at this point in time. Yeah, but people are saying he's a bad player. Obviously this week, guys, since Ngcobo has been in the team over the past few weeks, on social media, guys, people are posting stats about Matlao and Ox. Ox has 0 goals, Matlao has 0 goals, Malt has a few goals. People are doing the stats now saying we must get rid of Matlao and Ox. Guys, don't listen to that, guys. Don't listen to that. People are trying to divide the fan base and trying to get down the morale of these players. Yeah, but Matlao, obviously, I was disappointed in him. Yeah, well, it was a game that I thought he would take by the scruff because we were dominating Cape Town City in the first half. Yeah, well, so I'd play Matlao deep when the opposition is being submissive to you. Yeah, well, so Matlao didn't play well. Ngcobo maintains his spot. Yeah, well, Yusuf Maart, guys. You know what, you Yusuf Maart haters, I hope you guys are happy. I hope you guys are happy. He's not gonna come back in the team anytime soon. Yeah, but I'll come back here in about a month, when we face a tough team and Ngcobo will get exposed. Yeah, but I'm not hoping for the worst for Ngcobo. But Yusuf Maart is the best player for the number 8 box-to-box spot. The only player I'd pick over Maart to start over, it's Mokoena and Sipho in the country only. And Sithole, who plays for squad, only to play in his box-to-box number 8 role. Those are the only 3 players that I'd pick over Yusuf Maart. Yeah, well, and I ain't tripping. Yeah, well, and then number 10, it's Sirino, guys. Ndu missed that chance, so there's no way he should start. He missed that chance. There's no way he should start. Matlao obviously didn't take his chance well yesterday, and Sirino is Nabi's favorite. Yeah, well, Sirino's a waste on the wing. At this point in his career, I think he's a number 10, yeah, well, and he's a better number 10 than Matlao and Ndu, yeah, well. Ndu, since that injury, it's been tough for him, but what would we say? What would we say? Matlao, obviously, nah. Yeah, well, so Sirino starts, and then Pulebo on the left wing. Obviously, they might like this guy, like Wayne Kenya, because he's so selfish, guys. Decision making is, like in the box, he becomes I don't know, like a cow. Immediately outside the box, he's one of the best players in the country or in the team. Yeah, well, but as a pure winger, he's better than Sirino, Ndu, Matlao, whatever you wanna put there. He's our best winger, yeah, but because he's a pure winger, a winger who's been playing like he's been taught to be a winger since a young age. Yeah, but Ndu is a 10, Matlao's a 10, Sirino's definitely a 10 for me. Yeah, but and then the right wing is Lelepo. What more can I say, man? Lelepo. Lelepo's Lelepo, man. He's him. He maintains his spot. And then the striker for me is Tupriche. Very obviously, people like, you see this Ox Mthethwa, Matlao, Yusuf Maart, Chivaviro 8, guys. Me, I'm chilling. You'll see. Yeah, but Dupree obviously will start up against Chivaviro. Yeah, man, that's the predicted 11 of Kaizer Chiefs, and I'm out. Okay, guys, let's look at Richards Bay. Richards Bay were in their first season in the top division. They were second, yeah, but until they lost their captain, and then they ended up finishing, I think, 10th or something. And then last season they finished 15th, and then they won the playoffs. Yeah, but this year they're currently 12th in the league with 5 wins, 6 defeats, and 5 wins, 6 draws, and 10 defeats in the league. famously beat us in the round of 32 in the Nedbank Cup, where Khanyisa Mayo and Thabane Dube had a very good game against us, and we ended up signing the wrong guy in Thabane Dube and not Khanyisa Mayo. Well, the last 5 games, they've got 2 wins, 2 defeats, and 1 lose. So they in pretty decent form. This season, they were semi-finalists in the Kyle Knockout Cup, losing to Makesi FC, the Kyle Knockout Cup champions, of course. And the high table, guys, Chiefs, it's 4 wins for Chiefs and 1 defeat for Chiefs, meaning 1 win for Richards Bay. Obviously, guys, the return fixture, we beat them 2-1, and that's where Yusuf Mount became, I think that's the best individual performance I've seen from Chiefs, like, I think in the past 3 or 4 or 5 years. But the last time I saw an individual performance like that from a player, I think I was darling the derby. We beat Paris 2-1 at Orlando Stadium. So Yusuf Mount cooked there, but he'll be on the bench. At some point, Yusuf Mount will come back to the team. And I love playing away in KZN, guys, at Chatsworth Stadium, Princess Makoko, Kingsway. These stadiums are very nice. It gives like a realistic feeling to the South African football. It's nice playing at FNB in a 90,000 stadium, but let's take it back to Egas. So that's the predicted 11 Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, the Richards Bay thing. My score prediction for the game is going to be 2-0 to Chiefs. I think Richards Bay will have no firepower. It's a weak team, guys. I've seen enough, guys. I think whatever, even if we pick Matlau and Mark, we'll still beat them. Man, that's the predicted 11, and that's the video, guys. I'm out. Love.